Okay guys, tonight's video is going to be a little different. Instead of trying to find spirits at a certain location, what we're going to do is we're going to start with this location here. It's a cemetery, very large cemetery, a lot of acreage in the center of town. We're going to set up the night vision binoculars and we're going to surveil the cemetery. A little bit more details in just a second. Alright guys, so welcome back. So what we're going to do is, now I feel that I've caught some anomalies and some myths with our remote stations, but what I'd really like to do is catch like an apparition, a ghost or spirit, whatever term you want to use, like moving around the cemetery. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start dedicating at least a couple videos to maybe surveilling with our night vision binoculars. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to set up our night vision binoculars and we're going to surveil it. I'm going to put them on a tripod so it's a little steady. And we're going to wait for it to get dark and we're going to use the night vision function of the binoculars and we're going to surveil the cemetery. There's a lot of acreage. You can see it behind me. So I think this is a good location to put it up and give it our first try. Now I know the last time I used the binoculars it was a little shaky, and but I've been practicing a little bit and I've got it on the tripod, so I think it'll be a little better this time. So we're going to give that a go. I'm also going to set up a remote station. We like to give the spirits an opportunity to talk and pass their messages on if we can help in any way. So I'm going to set up a remote station with the REM pod and the remote camera and maybe the EDI, so we can see if there's any temperature changes. It's still a little humid and warm, so we're going to see if we can catch anything on the remote camera. At the same time, we're going to surveil the cemetery. So without further delay, let me get everything set up, and we'll let it get a little darker because the sun's going down now, so get a little darker so we can take full benefit of the night vision function. All right, guys, let me set that up, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I've got everything set up on the remote station, so I'll go over what we got with you real quick. We got the full spectrum camera here, and that's shooting down the bench. We have the mail meter with the REM pod on right here, and I have, for the first time, we haven't used this, but I have the EDI, which is a environmental device that'll track temperature fluctuations, EMF. It does a little bit of everything. So right now I've got it set for temperature, so it's displaying 80.8 degrees. So I got the remote station set up. So I got the EDI, the mail meter, and the full spectrum camera over there. So anyone that has any messages or anything, you want someone to know you're here, you just want to come by and you want to play with my devices, you're more than welcome just to touch it, talk it to the camera, and it'll be there for a little while, and you're free to touch it and do whatever you want with it. So, and I'm going to go over here at the other part of your facility for a few minutes. So I'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. All right guys, so let's head over and let's set up we'll just let that go. We've had a lot of success with that remote station, so I'm just going to leave it set up there. Hopefully no one come by and tamper with it. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to get the tripod for the binoculars, set that up, put this camera on a tripod, and let's get this rolling. See what we can see on the cemetery at large. All right, guys, I'll see you over there. All right, guys, so I got the night vision binoculars set up. Out in front of me is a massive amount of cemetery, just open field. Now, I've watched a lot of vehicles move off. Now, believe it or not, of course it's South Florida and it's almost the middle of October. It's still blazing hot out here. So I'm going to dry my face a little bit. There's a couple other cars over here that's getting ready to boogie out of here because I don't want to disturb anybody. So once they leave, we should be good. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn the binoculars on, and then we're going to start scanning. Now I'm going to leave this camera on so you guys can actually see. And this thing is always crooked. It's always crooked because I got to set it up in the dark. So we're going to fire this up right now. All right, guys. So I got the night vision binocular set up, and I've got it started for my sweep. I'm going to go kind of south to north, and I'm going to sweep across the whole property. So I got the remote station over there. You guys saw me set that up. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to start recording with the binoculars, and we're going to kind of slowly sweep the whole property and see if we can catch anything across the cemetery grounds. And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go. So we're recording right now. So let's go. Let's do a sweep right quick. Oh, I think we're cooking now, guys. All right, yeah, there we go. Man, that looks like somebody standing out there. We got the road. Oh yeah, that's cooking now. That's a real good picture now. Okay, so we're gonna start. All right, so we got the binocular set up. I think I got the right IR on it. So we got everything. We got everything set up. We're going to start sweeping like south to north across the cemetery. So we're going to go ahead and start our sweep. Okay, let's go. Irrigation. Look at that, guys. That is crazy. Look at that. Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. If I had the time, I could sit out here. Man, we could surveil this thing all night, but the batteries will go dead, so. And we're still recording. Let's spin a little bit more. Let's get it in that grove over there. Wow. That's a pretty good picture. I don't see anything moving. Holy shit. Okay, I gotta watch my back a little bit. I gotta watch my back. I hear stuff moving around. Man. Okay. Let's move it a little bit more. How's that look? That looks pretty good. I hear irrigation going. All right, we're gonna move on a little bit. Let's keep sweeping, guys. Get a lot of moth action. Getting a lot of moth action. I don't know. It's not what we're here for, though. We're not here for that. After about 15 minutes of surveilling the cemetery, the only thing I really captured was this round floating object. Whether it be a bag, orb, debris of some sort, it seemed to be floating on the wind and the breeze, although I did not notice any real breeze that night. Also, I captured a very fast moving orb moving left to right on your frame. Okay. Now, this does not display the same characteristics as the bugs and moths I had captured all night long on my camera, so I felt it was worth mentioning. Oops. Yeah, so I actually expected to see people moving around on there because I see people jogging and running through here all the time. All right, we just had a visitor drive by. So we're gonna shut this down. We're going to pull everything up at the remote station, so we're going to go over there. We're going to do the remote station, pull it down right quick. And that's it. We're going to call it a night. I'll see you over there. As you can see, tonight's remote station was not very productive. All I really captured was a frog hopping by the remote station, disappearing into the night, never to be seen again. And then the full spectrum camera witnessed the remote camera battery dying, and then the footage fades into darkness. As I was gathering my equipment, I did make one final call out to the spirits to see if anyone had a message or wanted to speak with me. I had no response. You don't always get something every time you come out on location. So you just have to keep trying at it and see what you can come up with. So, but anyway, guys, I'm done for tonight, and it's really hot. I'm gonna go home, cool off, change clothes. I'm sweating, and maybe get a snack. So you guys be good to each other, take care of each other, and we will see you on the next one.